Have you ever wondered why all these pine trees don't look identical, even though they're all in close proximity? So we're probably propagated from the same or related tree. It all came from cones that look a little bit like this. And why these two people, who came from the same parents, but don't look identical, and grow up to look even more not identical. Besides environmental factors, it's all in the genes. Genetically, these two kids have different sex chromosomes, with the sister having two X chromosomes and the brother having an XY chromosome. But on each of these chromosomes, the two kids present different traits based off of different alleles on their genes. The uniqueness of everyone's genes stems from the way their parent cell combined and separate into new cells through the process of meiosis. Organisms that use meiosis are eukaryotes. Eukaryotes reproduce sexually. Some examples of these organisms are bugs, people, and fungi. In the process of sexual reproduction, organisms combine sex cells to form a gamete. This singular cell contains genetic material half and half of each parent and ends up forming 4 daughter cells. Here I'm drawing out 4 chromosomes, 2 of each to represent each contribution from each parent. The first phase of meiosis is prophase 1, where the centromeres start to form their spindles and the like chromosomes pair up with their homologous pair and cross over. This is where the chromosomes swap genetic material. This is very important because it increases the variety of offspring available to be made, which overall provides a more diverse species. The next phase is metaphase 1, where the 2 centromere migrate to either side of the cell, and then the homologous chromosomes line up on the middle line, and the spindles extrude from the centromeres attached to each side of the chromosome. This is in preparation of separating the cell. You can see the spindles grow and reach out to each side of the homologous chromosomes. Anaphase 1 is where the homologous chromosomes get pulled apart and brought to opposite sides of the cell. During this process, the sister chromosomes stay together. Which homologous chromosome goes to which side of the cell and ends up in which of the 2 cells also adds to genetic variation in a form called independent assortment. Telophase 1 is where the cell separates into 2 cells and closes the nuclear membrane. The 2 cells are not identical due to the process of crossing over an independent assortment, which happens when different homologous chromosomes end up on different sides of the cell. For the second phase of meiosis, the same process happens, but for each cell. I skipped a couple steps to show anaphase 2, where the sister chromosomes get pulled apart to each side of the cells, and telophase 2, where the 2 cells become 4. As you can see, the outcome of meiosis is 4 unique gamete cells, which will then form offspring, and the offspring will be genetically different from their parents, which will increase immunity and forward natural selection, resulting in a strong community of that species. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful.